Hello, my brothers. I want to speak about something that I feel is very important and is missing in our conversations around the gay community and the mental health within it. It's being called a mental health crisis, but as I see it, it is a spiritual malnourishment. When we came out and we came out into the gay community, meaning we move to a city and we go to bars, we go to parties, and we start to take on this identity that really doesn't suit most of us. Yes, there are commonalities that are very interesting and kind of funny, like why do we love very strong female singers? And that's for another video. But there are so many things that become an identity that we put on because it's dominant, because it is said that this is just how we do things. So we basically indoctrinate ourselves into this culture, into this norm that many of us don't really feel that comfortable with, but it becomes our personality. For so many gay men, being gay is their personality. There's not much further investigation of who they are. And then there becomes not much space to be more than this gay identity, than this copy paste kind of identity. So when we have that very dominant culture that says this is how we do things, we highlight sex, drugs, partying. Those are the ways that we gather together. And that is so limiting to who and what we truly are. Who and what we truly are, as I see it, is spiritual beings that have gifts to bring this world. Gay gifts, as I sometimes call them. That we are born into this world. Our soul took this incarnation as a gay man because we are a bridge. We are here to be different. We are here to live outside of normal culture so that we can be outside to reflect to culture what it may be missing. We are meant to be the visionaries, the creatives, the guides, the way showers, the storytellers. When we become indoctrinated, as I see it, into gay culture, we lose all of that because the dominant gay culture doesn't honor that, doesn't speak about it. And because so many of us were rejected by religion, we have rejected spirituality. And so therefore we've cut off a big part of who and what we are. I believe that there's a natural inclination that we have to move towards the divine, to move towards the mystical, the ecstatic, the spiritual. And because we're not connected, so many of us are not connected to our spirituality. What we do is there's that innate desire to go towards it, towards the ecstatic, towards the divine. We seek for highs. And the highs that we find are in sex. The highs that we find, of course, are in drugs and alcohol and partying. And this is a distorted expression of our true nature. Gay culture, as we've known it, is doing us a disservice. We have become commodified. We objectify ourselves. We objectify each other. We become less human. We become one more gay. You know that? Like I see that around. Here's that interchangeable. Oh, I fit into the twink category. Oh, I fit into this category. I'm the daddy category. I'm that category. And so our perception of ourselves becomes so small and so limited that we cannot even see each other as individuals. We see each other as like, that's the hot daddy, that's the this, that's the that. This is where cliques come in. This is where a feeling of not being welcomed into the gay community can start to well up. And I know that so many people have felt that wound of not finding community because the community that seems to be the most prevalent isn't the one that they feel that they fit in. And more of us are seeking for something different. The mental health crisis within the gay community is spiritual malnourishment because we do not remember who and what we are. We move from an environment that rejected us, hoping that we're moving into an environment where we can be our fullest, most authentic selves. And what happens is we take on the role of just another gay. And if we don't do that, then we aren't a part of the community so often. So that leaves us feeling alone or isolated. That leads us to use drugs or use our bodies so that we can feel connected to other people, so that we can override the things that we haven't healed just to be close to another man. This is where remembering who and what we are becomes so important. I feel that there's a wave, there's a momentum of spiritually inclined homos. And I love to use that word specifically as a reclamation of who we truly are. Gay has become synonymous with cut and paste. Here's another gay, another gay, another gay, filing down the assembly line. To me, the word homo is a bit radical. To claim that I am a homo reminds me that I'm not meant to fit in with society, that I am meant to be something outside, and that is not a bad thing. When we can be on the outside together, but authentically our own unique individual who is an expression of the divine, when we remember that we are here to be visionaries, to be way showers, to be different, and to be expressed, then we start to find agency. We start to find individuality, the thing that we were hoping we would find out in the gay community. We actually start to find when we remember who we are as spiritual beings. When we do our own exploration into who we are as spiritual beings, we start to uncover and discover our unique gifts, our soul's calling, what we are here to do and be, the message that we are here to share, how we are meant to express in this world. I've often said that we're not all here to be healers, and that is accurate. But in some ways, no matter what we are doing, our presence is healing. Our presence is here to show a new way by simply being who we are. What I see as missing for so many gay men, especially younger gay men, is some sort of belonging. We choose to idolize a diva. I'm a this fan, I'm a that fan. And that is like the seeking for some sort of community. What we're actually seeking is to know who we are on a deeper level, is to have some sort of initiation when we come out and we come into the gay community, no matter what age we are. There is no initiation. The initiation tends to be going out and partying. The initiation tends to be hooking up. And what we're really seeking is that heart-to-heart connection, that you see me and I see you, and that helps me understand myself more clearly, that we can understand each other through the mirror, that we can feel our own hearts by being with another who's feeling their heart. This is where healing is so deeply important. And this is where connection to spirituality and purpose is the very foundation of the healing that I believe the gay community and gay culture at large is in need of. So how do we fix, transform what's been called a gay mental health crisis? We stop thinking about it as just our minds That's the surface level. What's affecting that? What's affecting that is our loss of connection to each other and to who and what we truly are. I would love for more spiritually inclined Homo brothers to create spaces together to meet each other so that we feel less alone. My hope is to continue to grow a community over time in which that's possible, but I'm only one person, and I know that there are thousands, if not millions, of you out there. We need a shift in consciousness that gay culture as this dominant party, this objectification of ourselves as sexual beings, this commodification of ourselves in order to just try to get close, that we can transform that into a truly diverse community, into a remembrance. This word keeps coming back to me, a remembrance of who and what we really are. The only way that we can do that is to give ourselves space to feel, take time in nature, go sit in nature, put your back up against a tree, look at the sky, and ask to be reminded of who and what you truly are. This has nothing to do with religion. This has nothing to do with a God that condemns. This has everything to do with a sovereign, individual relationship with what spirituality means to you in a way that nourishes you. I just had a visual right now of a parched group of men who are so undernourished, that have not had the chance to let that truth sink in, to let the cells of their bodies remember that there's nothing wrong with them. And in fact, that there's something specifically valuable about who they are as homo men, and that it's very important in the greater society. That level of remembrance lets shame fall away. And so we don't have to be a copy and paste. We don't have to idolize a diva to feel like we're a part of a community. We don't have to give away our bodies if we don't want to for just some sort of connection and validation. What we need is true spiritual nourishment. My hope is that this message reminds you of that. And my hope is that so many of us can, just by hearing these things, start to remember, there's something more. I am something more. I'm valuable. I have a place here on this earth. I have purpose and I have gifts. I would love for this message to be shared, whether it's this video or you sharing whatever this resonates within you to a friend. This type of conversation is what we need. This is the viral information that we want to spread so that our community truly can heal and can become a valuable asset to this world as visionaries, as way showers. And we're already doing that. You know, I feel so much empathy for the challenges that we've gone through and that we're still here, right? That survival story that's been so strong in our lineage. We have survived. And now it is our time to truly, truly thrive. I love you so much, and I'll be seeing you soon.